What's good, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to Kansas City Chiefs Today, your home for everything Chiefs as we gear up for another shot at glory in 2025. Let's be real, the Chiefs are coming off a heartbreaking Super Bowl 59 loss to the Eagles, 40-22, and the doubters are circling. They're saying our dynasty window is closing. But you and I know better. This team, led by Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, doesn't back down. Today, we're diving into some massive news. Andy Reid just announced 7 Chiefs won't play in the final preseason game against the Bears. This changes everything as we head into the regular season. So, grab your red and gold, hit that like button, and let's break this down. Drop in the comments, are you hyped for this season, yes or no? Let's get to it. Context and stakes. Alright, Chiefs Kingdom, let's set the stage. The Chiefs are wrapping up their 2025 preseason with a home game against the Chicago Bears at Gayha Field at Arrowhead Stadium this Friday. This is the final tune-up before the real deal kicks off on September 5th against the Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil. But here's the kicker. Coach Reid has ruled out 7 players due to injuries, and he's confirmed the starters, including Mahomes, Kelce, and Chris Jones, will see some action. This is a shift from Reid's usual approach. Normally, he rests the big dogs in the preseason finale. So, why the change? After a 15-2 season and a Super Bowl loss, Reid wants his starters sharp, especially with a tough AFC West and a brutal 2025 schedule ahead. The dynasty is still alive, but injuries and a long season mean every rep counts. What do you think? Should Reid play the starters, or rest them to avoid injuries like Hollywood Brown's last year? Drop it in the comments. Fence deep dive. Let's talk offense. The Chiefs' offense in 2025 is still a juggernaut, but it hasn't been the explosive machine we're used to. Last season, Mahomes threw for over 4,000 yards again, but the passing game leaned heavily on Travis Kelce and Rashee Rice. With Rice dealing with a minor groin injury and Hollywood Brown's status uncertain after a foot/ankle issue, depth is a concern. Reid's decision to play starters like Mahomes and Kelce against the Bears suggests he wants to get the timing down, especially with new pieces like rookie Xavier Worthy. Worthy's speed could stretch defenses, but he's raw, think Tyreek Hill's early days, but with less polish. The offensive line, anchored by Creed Humphrey, the NFL's highest-paid center, needs to gel, especially with Ethan Driscoll out due to an appendectomy. If Mahomes plays a quarter, expect quick-hitting plays to test the Bears' secondary. Question for you, who's the Chiefs' breakout offensive player this season? Worthy, Rice, or someone else? Let me know below. Defense deep dive. Now, let's flip to the defense. The Chiefs' D was a top 10 unit last year, thanks to Steve Spagnuolo's schemes and Chris Jones wreaking havoc. But injuries are piling up. Nazeeh Johnson, shoulder, Mike Edwards, hamstring, Jack Cochran, knee, and Omar Normanlot, ankle, are among the 7 sidelined for Friday. That's a hit to the depth at corner, safety, linebacker, and D-line. Trent McDuffie is a lockdown CB1, but the number 2 corner spot is a question mark. Jalen Watson struggled in coverage against Seattle, and it showed in the 33-16 loss. Reid's playing starters like Jones and McDuffie to build rhythm, but the risk of injury looms large. Remember when Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles in a meaningless game? Yeah, that's the fear. Still, Spag's aggressive blitz packages could feast on a Bears offense sitting rookie QB Caleb Williams. What's your take? Does the Chiefs' defense need more depth, or are we set with the starters? Hit the comments. Coaching and adjustments. Andy Reid's a future Hall of Famer, 143-53 with the Chiefs, 3 Super Bowls, 9 straight AFC West titles. The man's a genius, but this move to play starters in the preseason finale is bold. Historically, Reid's rested his stars in the final preseason game, like in 2022 against Green Bay or 2018 against the Bears. This year, he's flipping the script because of the 2-week gap before the Chargers game. He wants Mahomes and company to stay sharp, not rusty. But here's the flip side. Injuries to guys like Hollywood Brown last preseason show the risk. Reid's also juggling roster cuts. Teams must trim to 53 players by August 26th. He's giving backups like Carson Steele a chance to shine, but starters playing means fewer reps for bubble players. Reid's balancing act is tricky, and offensive coordinator Matt Nagy's play calling will be under scrutiny. Do you trust Reid's decision to play the starters, or is it too risky? Drop your thoughts. Player Spotlight: Xavier Worthy. Let's shine the spotlight on rookie wide receiver Xavier Worthy, the Chiefs' first-round pick in 2024. This kid's a burner, 4.21 40-yard dash, fastest ever at the combine. He's the X-factor for this offense, especially with Rice and Brown banged up. Against the Bears, expect Reid to test Worthy's deep routes, maybe a jet sweep or two, to see how he handles NFL defenses. Last week in Seattle, Worthy had a quiet game, but Mahomes targeted him twice in limited snaps. If he plays with the starters Friday, we could see a glimpse of his potential to open up the field. Think back to 2016 when Tyreek Hill emerged as a rookie. Worthy could be that spark. Fun fact: Taylor Swift freaked out on the Kelce Brothers podcast when the Chiefs drafted him. Who's your X-factor for this game? Worthy, Steele, or someone else? Name them in the comments. AFC rivalry/conference impact. The AFC is a gauntlet, and the Chiefs are still the team to beat. The Chargers, our Week 1 opponent, are no joke with Justin Herbert and a revamped defense. The Broncos and Raiders are improved too, and the Bengals, Bills, and Ravens are lurking. Reid's decision to play starters against the Bears is about staying ahead in a crowded conference. Last year's 15-2 record got us the #1 seed, but the Eagles exposed our weaknesses in the Super Bowl. Playing starters now could build momentum, but an injury to Mahomes or Kelce would be catastrophic. Look at the 2019 Patriots. Tom Brady played heavy preseason snaps, got banged up, and they flamed out in the playoffs. The Chiefs need to hit the ground running in Brazil, especially with a brutal early schedule. Chargers, Bengals, Eagles again. What's your prediction for the Chiefs' AFC West record this year? 14-3, 13-4, or something else? Drop it below. Keys to watch. Here are 3 keys to watch in Friday's game. First, Mahomes' chemistry with Worthy. If they connect on a deep ball, it could signal big things for the offense. Second, defensive depth. With 4 defenders out, guys like Jalen Watson and undrafted rookie Carson Steele need to step up. Third, injury avoidance. Reid's playing starters, but he needs to pull them early to avoid a Hollywood Brown repeat. The Bears aren't playing Caleb Williams, so expect Tyson Bagent or Brett Rippon at QB, which could mean easy pickings for Spags' defense. But if the Chiefs' backups struggle like they did against Seattle, roster cuts could get ugly. What's your score prediction for Chiefs versus Bears? I'm saying 24-10 Chiefs. Drop yours in the comments and let's see who's closest. Fan questions. Time for the best part. Chiefs Kingdom, this is for you. I've got 3 questions to spark some debate. 1. Should Andy Reid play Mahomes for a full quarter, or just a series or 2? 2. Who's your breakout star for the 2025 season? Xavier Worthy, Carson Steele, or a dark horse? 3. Are you worried about the injury bug with 7 players already out, or is this just preseason noise? Drop your answers below, and let's get to 5,000 subscribers by week 1. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the kingdom. I read every comment, so let's make this a party. Closing recap. Alright, Chiefs Kingdom, let's wrap this up. Andy Reid's decision to sit 7 players, Jake Briningstool, Jack Cochran, Ethan Driscoll, Mike Edwards, Nazee Johnson, Omar Normanlott, and Jalen Royals, while playing starters like Mahomes, Kelce, and Jones is a high-stakes gamble. It shows Reid's confidence in this team's ability to bounce back from that Super Bowl loss and chase another ring. But with injuries piling up and a tough AFC ahead, we can't overreact to preseason results. This game is about building rhythm, testing depth, and staying healthy. The dynasty isn't dead, it's reloading. Big debate question: is Reid's choice to play starters genius or reckless? Drop your take below, smash that like button, and let's roll into the regular season together. Chiefs Kingdom forever.